You know, I know every building has got a shadow man. Our shadow man is over 7 feet tall. We don't know if they're attached to something here or if the service was here. A lot of bodies, a lot of people came through. There was actually 24 unclaimed urns down in the basement.
Oh my God, dude, that scared me every time. That sounds like footsteps.
Yeah.
Did you just hear that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it scared me again. White in between the windows?
Yeah.
It blocked out that. What was that?
I don't know.
That sounded like a scream.
Yeah.
And it came from right over here. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we've returned to Buffalo, New York in the Iron Island Museum.
Yeah, guys, we haven't been to this location since October of 2023. We're super excited to get back, and we're actually gonna have the history tour in the video this time. We didn't do that last time, but I'm excited to see what this place has in store for us tonight.
Yeah, it's such an interesting history here. It's been an orphanage, a funeral home, a museum, a church. There's a lot going on here, a lot of energy here, and a lot of spirits that are very willing to communicate. We had some insane activity last time with some of the stuff that they provide for you to use here. Let's do the history tour and see what Iron Island has for us tonight.
Let's do it.
Hi, welcome to Iron Island. My name is Lisa and I'll be your tour guide for tonight. Back in the 1850s, this church was resurrected as the Methodist church in this area. This was actually one whole building. So as being a Methodist church, the doors remained open from 1853 to the early 1940s. During that time, it was a home to all community. Back then, it was a community. Every Sunday they went to church, every Sunday they had dinner together. During the war in the early 1940s this actually was an orphanage to children that had no parents due to the effect of the war. So unfortunately when it closed its doors it did sit vacant for a little bit. The first funeral director that came in and purchased the building was Ronald Wozniak. And what he did is, remember, this was all open. He actually went through and started dividing the rooms, dropping the ceilings. There is a second story that we're not allowed to access. He turned this into actually his living quarters, where you walk in, he had his own private entrance, kitchen, his own personal bathroom. This is actually his living quarters, dining room, living room, and there was actually his sleeping quarters. So come on in. This is where family members would meet before off viewing their loved ones. So from early 1940s to the 60s, 1960s roughly, Ronald Wozniak operated this as a funeral home. A lot of bodies, a lot of people came through. This is actually where they would come. The furniture is true to the 1940s. Same thing with the light fixtures, except for that couch. So we do have people that donate items, which we greatly appreciate. So family members would come in here, and then before they would go off and see their loved ones this is where they would mourn, console each other. After Ronald Wozniak ran the funeral home the last funeral director was Daniel and Molly Amagon. Okay, and they ran it to the early 2000s. So by that time, Linda and Marge already had a small museum in the community. Well, they were so impressed with what they were doing that they actually donated the building. And that's how we were able to open this up as Iron Island Preservation Museum. So as you can tell, we have a lot of different artifacts. We have barber chairs, antique Victorian clothes. So this is actually one of the first viewing rooms. Now, when Linda and Marge acquired the museum Emmanuel Lutheran Church unfortunately had a fire at that time. So what they did is they actually donated their altar and then two kneelers. So now you actually have two churches in one building. So you'll get a lot of different religion words coming across. So you can tell that this came in after the remodel because we had to make a slight adjustment to get this baby in here. They actually had to cut a hole. And that's it. So in this room, we get a lot of activity here. K2s, cat balls, decopods. We feel that the person that is up in the attic comes down and gets busy and nosy and starts walking to check out what we're doing. So you'll get a lot of activity in this area. So come on into the train room. This is the famous attic. So please, you guys are more than welcome to go up in and look. You see all the original stained glass windows that are boarded up from outside. You will see our dome. We have a glass dome, and all the original architecture from 1853, which you do not find anymore. So please, do not try to climb in because you will notice that it will not support any weight. These are drop ceilings. So you'll go in one way, come out another one. Okay, this room is dedicated to the train room. Here we get a lot of activity, fairy lights. You'll see like a dark figure coming down the stairs, and then he'll peek around the corner, and then he'll go out into the church area, into the chapel. Now, Marge, when she acquired the museum, it already held a special meaning to her. Marge had a son. His name was Jimmy, and unfortunately he passed from pneumonia. This case is dedicated to him. He likes to come and play, okay, because Marge spends all her time here as much as possible. So if you get Jimmy to come out and play tonight, please send him back home to Marge, okay? We don't want his spirit stuck here. So, but everything here has been donated. You can tell he passed in the late 60s, early 70s, and he died of pneumonia. His service was held here in the building. So that is one of our spirits that I can document. So the names of the spirits I'm giving you tonight are names that we have documented. So, but you guys will get a lot more names than what I'm saying. In this room here, in the viewing room number 2, this is dedicated to our veterans who have served in all different parts of the military and through the years. This room we're most proud of, okay? People have donated so much stuff to us. I mean, we've got ammunition, we've got money. One of the spirits that I know is here, and his name is Egbert. Okay, he served in 2 different parts of our military. He was Navy and then Marine. So unfortunately, when he had his service, none of his family members came to collect his ashes. So when Linda and Marge acquired the museum in the 2000s, there was actually 24 unclaimed urns down in the basement, 8 of them being veterans. Linda and Marge worked with the Patriot Guard motorcycle gang and with our military. They were all buried with full honors. Family members came, collected the flag, everybody except for Egbert. We have Eggert's flag here. The other 16 urns that were left behind, Marge and Linda found everybody a relative of them, so that way they could go home. So this is actually the 8 veterans that were left behind. And here's Eggert's picture right there. So now the Lovejoy area, we're so proud of the men and women that served in their military. They actually made this board. So it shows all the men and women that have served in our service just from the Lovejoy area. If you guys come across any new names that I'm not mentioning tonight, check the board. A lot of times they were coming through. We don't know if they're attached to something here or if the service was here. So, but you will get a lot more names than what I'm saying. So, and here is Eggert's actual flag. So in this case here, you've got currency, you've got weapons. So, and again, this is because of family members that want to honor and have donated to this museum, which we are very proud of. Over here in this room used to be called the train room. We have found a lot of children activity, so I just call it the children's room now, because they literally have taken over this room. We have 2 spirits that I know of in this room. First spirit is Tommy. He died in the 1970s, early 70s, from leukemia. He was actually buried in his first communion account. He is your typical 9-year-old boy. You ask him to do something, he'll do the complete opposite or do whatever he wants, okay? So he's just your typical 9-year-old rambunctious child. So our other spirit here is Richard. And that is his picture here. Unfortunately, that's the only picture we have of him. When he was born, he had suffered from seizures. Well, back in that time, in the 60s, they didn't have the modern medicine we have now. So he would suffer from seizures and seizure. Well, one night his mom put him in the bathtub, turned her back for a second, had a seizure and drowned. So anybody that has any abilities, if you feel any heaviness on your chest, the spirits aren't trying to hurt you. They're just trying to communicate to you on how they passed. Pneumonia, drowning, leukemia. So in this room, anything goes. Flashlights, cat balls, decopods. You will get a lot of activity mainly at this end of the building. So this is where we put all of our equipment. Now, I know every building has got a shadow man. Our shadow man is over 7 feet tall. I've come to the conclusion, and this is just my personal opinion, that is he actually worked in the funeral home in the 1940s, because all he does is walk down the hall and check each room. So we're wondering if he actually did work back here in the 1940s and that was his job, and being so tall, he would actually help carry the caskets out. You'll just catch his shadow. He is not an intelligent spirit. He's a residual. He's just doing his normal everyday thing. The other spirits that I mentioned are very intelligent. They want to interact with you and they want to communicate with you. So last but not least is the basement. Right here, this is where they used to bring the bodies in. They would bring the bodies in and bring them right down to the basement. When the church first opened in the early 1850s and that, it was heated by wood. So there was always somebody living here at the church maintaining the wood stove. So we call him the maintenance man. And this is actually where he lived. He doesn't like you in his space, okay? But then again, who doesn't? So, but here you'll get a lot of activity in this area. Now you can also draw him out into the main part of the basement. In this cutout here, we have a little girl. We don't know why she hides there. Her name is Mary. She's about 9 years old, white dress, curly blonde hair. As you can tell, people leave her offerings of toys. If you can get her to come out and interact with you, ask her to come upstairs and investigate with you. 9 times out of 10, she will. Okay, in this area here, as you can tell, it's been dug out as we've upgraded our HVAC. In here, we don't know why. If one person stands in here by themselves, you will get children singing, giggling, and laughing. If you do the ST method in this room, you'll come across a not so nice spirit. So you can actually start arguing with them. If you figure you've got so many different levels of activity here, and it's been open for so many years in that you know, each decade has got their own source of energy. We don't know what is actually where. So, I mean, could it be the children from the orphanage? Because this is where they were staying. Part of the children were staying down here. So, or could it be that, due to the fact that we have 3 portals, did a child stop in, take a visit, take a rest, and keep going? So we have so many different levels of planes and energy. It's hard to actually pinpoint which is what.
Well, we're excited to be back. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
And we'll see what we can get today.
Yeah,
okay, glad to have you guys back.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, so we're starting here with my solo. Last time we were here, Steve did a solo upstairs in the museum rooms here, and I was down in the basement. This time we're gonna flop it. I'm gonna be up here in the museum area, and Steve's gonna go down to the basement at the end of the video, so guys, make sure you stay until the end of the video. And while you're here with us, why don't you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, drop a comment as well. Helps us out a ton, and it's free 99. But we're about to get started here. I'm gonna hit these lights, and then we're gonna move into IR. Just wanted to show you guys what it looks like. This place is so cool, dude. I think I'm gonna spend a lot of time in this area in particular. You know, last time I was here, I think I was still a specialist. So being a sergeant, I don't know, maybe they'll be a little bit more friendly. We'll see what happens, I guess, but let's just get into it, see who wants to talk to us. We also have an Ovilus 5 here. This was actually given to us by the tour guides here. Let that calibrate a little bit. But back in the day, original Haunted Nights videos, you guys might remember we had an Ovilus 5, but then we went to San Francisco and we got robbed. So we don't have an Ovilus 5 anymore, but it's cool to have it back on the channel, even if it is only just for the night. My name is Dylan. Been here before. My friend Steve is in the waiting area, what used to be the living quarters, the residence. We're just here to talk to you tonight. We mean no disrespect. We're not trying to keep you awake. We're not trying to disturb you. Oh, both flashlights are on? Okay. If you want to use the flashlights as the method of communication tonight, can you turn both of them off as quick as possible? Okay, one's going off. What was that? Okay, one's going off. What was that? Okay, one's going off. What was that? That one just went off too. There's like some weird rattling over there. I don't know what that was. Okay. Is this one of the children? Can you turn on the flashlight on the right if this is one of the children? The silver flashlight there on the red table? Oh, there's one right here too. I didn't even notice that. Or if this is one of the adults, can you turn on the flashlight on the far glass case over there? Looks like it's right in front of the Titanic. This is one of the former workers here. Maybe one of the veterans. One on the table turned on, okay. So that was the one for the kids. I'm gonna fire up Spirit Talker as well. Just see what we get with that, see if anything lines up with the Ovilus. That'd be pretty cool. Get that cooking here. And I'll set it over here right in the same area. Should be able to hear that better now.
The world has changed.
The world has changed. I can imagine. Are you excited that we're here to talk to you? Say, can you? That was scary. Can you? Yeah, I'd love to talk to you. What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the service? Do you want to talk about what life was like here? How much it's changed? Last time we were here, you set off this little dinosaur over on the table, the green dinosaur with the red eyes. It was super cool to see that go off. Because guys, the entire time I've been walking around here, hasn't gone off at all. You have to get within like 6 inches of its nose. You have to get really, really close. So it'd be really cool if you could set that off. Can you get close to that dinosaur right there? It'd be really cool to see that go off again. We haven't seen it in forever. Last time we were here was October 2 years ago.
You are a gift.
You are a gift. Thank you. You're a gift. I saw some plaques from the American Legion out in the hallway. I just joined the Legion this past year. Did you enjoy your time working with the USO, the Legion, the Patriot Riders? Any of those organizations? You guys did a lot of work to make sure that everybody here was remembered and honored. People like Edgar here. Like, these are so crazy, bro. You know, their ashes just got left here. These organizations came together to make sure that they would be remembered, that they got honored correctly.
Nurturing.
Nurturing. Were you here during the orphanage days? I mean, I guess that would make sense. I'm over here talking about all this military stuff. Nothing in here is really going off, but everything over here seems to be. Okay, I'm sorry if I read this wrong. If you were part of the orphanage days, if you're one of the kids from the orphanage, if you're one of the workers who was here, can you set off that flashlight over by the Titanic on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Set it off, please. Worth a shot. That one on the table went off. Oh. Okay.
The children are hurt.
The children are hurt. Why are the children hurt? What happened? Is everything okay? Is there something that I can do to help? Flashlight on that side turned on. Both of them are on. I don't know, I'm gonna try to do an intelligence test right here because they do seem kind of sporadic. I'm not sure if they're trying to get my attention or if it is just kind of sporadically going off. So just confirm, if you're using these flashlights in an attempt to communicate with me, can you turn off that one over there? Oh, that was pretty quick, okay. I know this sounds dumb asking you to turn it on or turn it off. We're trying to make sure that it's like you talking to us, you know? That it's not just the coils heating up, it's not just the flashlights turning on and off randomly. So if you can you turn on this one right next to me? This blue flashlight? As quick as possible. Twist the end of it, it should pop right on. That way I can confirm that you're here trying to talk to me, you're using the flashlight in an attempt to make some communication.
Malevolent.
Malevolent. Thought that guy was in the basement.
She's here.
Who's here? Can you give me a name so I know how to properly address her? Like I said, we're not trying to be disrespectful. We're not trying to pry information. We're not trying to scare you. We're here to talk to you and learn more about this location, what goes on here, why you're still here, maybe what you came with, if you came with an object, if you're just passing through one of the alleged portals here. Whatever the case may be, we'd love to have a conversation with you about what your life was like, where you are now, anything you want to talk about, okay? Pretty soon here, I'm gonna go grab Steve from the break area. We're gonna investigate this place together. And then at the end of the night, he's gonna come in here alone, okay? We set up a lot of stuff, so hopefully it's easier for you to communicate. We understand it takes a lot of energy. It's probably kind of confusing. People coming in here trying to talk to you, putting out all this stuff. Because I mean, one of the first things I got on, I think it was the Ovilus, was so much has changed, your life has changed. I can't imagine what that's like. You know, even if it was the 1940s, you know, people who were in World War II, how much life has changed even since then. There's a weird noise. Hello?
Am I dead?
Am I dead? To me, you are. I'm not really sure. That's what we're here to figure out. Because, I mean, for all I know, I could be dead. You know, that accident I had in 2021. I don't know, man. Dude, we could sit here and talk theories literally all night. We say that in pretty much every video when we start getting into it, but we have so many different theories that we subscribe to. If you guys want like a deeper dive one of these days into some of our theories, let us know for sure. But, there's so many different theories, like what if it isn't ghosts, right? What if quantum immortality is a thing and I'm just in a different timeline now? You know, if you think the whole multiverse theory thing is true, what if we're all in just different timelines? It is the 1940s for them. They're just living their lives. We're just living our lives here in 2025, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna ask one more time before I go grab Steve. Can you set off this dinosaur right here in the middle? There's 4 chairs around it. It's on a little table in the center. If you walk in front of it, where its nose is, all it does is make some noise. It shouldn't hurt you. All it does is let us know that you're here. This flashlight in the middle keeps going off too. Again, I'm not sure if that's them trying to get my attention to get me back in here, or if it is just kind of sporadically going off. Drop a comment, let us know what you think, guys. Maybe this entire, man, every time I focus in one room, something else in the other room goes off. But maybe I've just been like totally reading this wrong the entire time. Filming, yeah, we are filming. Smart ghosts. I don't know, maybe I've been reading this wrong the entire time. I don't know, man. I don't know. Is there any message you want to give me before I go and grab Steve? We both come in here? Middle one turned on again. Are you excited that we're here? Can you turn off that middle flashlight if you're excited that we're here? You're glad that we're back? Okay, I mean, that's positive. Thank you, we're excited to be back too. 2? Two, yeah, okay, 2 is in the number. I don't know, man, kind of a weird start. I feel like it was very sporadic. It seemed like multiple people were trying to get my attention. Like I said, you know, drop a comment what you think about the flashlights. Could have been totally sporadic, could have been I just wasn't paying close enough attention to it. But it seemed like every time I tried to pay attention to it, the Ovilus or Spirit Stalker would start popping off in here. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna go grab Steve. We're gonna tackle this building together, and then he's gonna do his solo at the end of the video. So make sure you stay until the end of the video, guys. But let's see what Iron Island has in store for us tonight.
All right, guys, so we moved down to the basement. I'm actually in this like dugout area that they kind of moved back as they're updating things here. They said they get a lot of children in this area in particular, laughing, giggling, singing. I'm gonna go in there for an Estes session, try to make contact. They said when you do an Estes, that's when the not so nice entity comes out. So we figured, why not do that here? Dylan's gonna be wandering around the rest of the basement. We have some equipment set up out there. He'll show you, especially where they found some of the remains that were left behind. So I'm gonna go under, he's gonna be out there. See if we can make contact, and then we'll go upstairs.
Yeah, he's in here, a little dugout area. And then we have a ton of the devices that they have here at the Iron Island you can actually use on ghost hunts. That's one of ours though. Can you touch the top of that so it lights up? Because that's just the temperature right now, it's a cold chill. Okay. They have a ton of the devices here set up that you can actually use at the Iron Island Museum here. If you guys visit, definitely check this place out. This is actually modeled after the light fixtures at the Buffalo Central Terminal, so that's super cool. It's kind of like a REM pod. Does that when it goes off, it's pretty cool. We have the Mel over here, thank you for showing me, very kind. There's a little like clock tower motion light over there.
Where am I?
This is Buffalo. Or Lovejoy, I guess, technically. Where do you think you are? And there's a REM pod over there where they say they have a little girl hang out. But that little clock tower thing is also modeled after...
Bad, that was like a guy said bad.
As I point down there where the bad guy's supposed to hang out. Can you set off that motion detector down there if you're the, what they call the grumpy old man, the negative thing that hangs out down here? I'm sorry I went in your space, but if you set off that little clock tower device.
Found him?
Found him? Me? I mean, I have a huge bright light on my camera. I'm sure I'm not that hard to find. If you can see me, that is. I don't know how things work for you, but can you set off one of these devices just to confirm that you can hear my voice?
It's a lot of female voices.
Okay. Is this somebody from upstairs that followed me down here? The person that was talking to me earlier from the orphanage? Because it said she's here, right? Upstairs. So I'm not sure if that's talking about like the matron of the orphanage or if that's maybe one of the, you know, the people that worked here. I don't think that's a good
My
sign.
nephew?
My nephew? What's your nephew's name?
Left?
My nephew left? We talking like to my left?
Mural? I think it said mural.
Mural. My nephew left a mural? Okay, we're gonna have to look upstairs, see if there's like a mural that a family member left or something. Because like off the top of my head, I can't remember from the history tour anything regarding like a mural that was left, like a painting. Can you tell me your nephew's name so we know what to look for?
Follow?
Well, I can't see you. I don't know how to follow you. Oh, well, unless I can see you. Hold on. Is that him breathing? What the hell was that, bro? Did he just... No, freaking dude. I really hope the mic just picked that up. That was absolutely ridiculous because I don't think that was him. That was like actually the most cliche, like scary movie exhale type thing I've ever heard in my life. And then the clock tower in the back where the negative guy is supposed to hang out goes off. Because I came over here, it sounded like, I thought it was Steve just going, just like, I don't know, adjusting, being tired, whatever. But I come over here and he doesn't look like he's moved at all That was actually freaking nuts, dude. Hopefully the mics picked it up. If it didn't, make sure you're wearing headphones, make sure you got AirPods in, something. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear it because that was, I don't know, it was crazy. Wow. I was a little tired, but I'm wide awake right now. That was actually nuts. Is this the gentleman that they say is super grumpy down here? Are you annoyed that we're down here with our bright lights and...
Me? That sounded like a little girl. It was me.
Okay, not who I thought it was. Why are you down here right now? Are you the little girl who hangs out in this area over here? There's a lot of stuff upstairs you can use too. You don't have to hang out in the basement.
Can't breathe. That was a very clear guy's voice. He goes, can't breathe.
Can't breathe. Are you a little boy who suffered from seizures during your lifetime? I'm sorry if that was the case. I understand you didn't really have a happy ending to your story. Dude, actually no way. Can you grab a hold of that device right there? Get as close as you can to it. Try to pick it up. If you move it, that's fine.
Same male voice that I couldn't make out what he said that time.
We drop it all the time. It's kind of funny. It'd be really cool if you did it though. If you tried to pick it up and it fell, that's fine. Just get it as close as you can to it. Try to set it off as much as possible. Like I said, all these devices are for you. They're kind of like toys. All they do is light up and make some noise. Or if you talk to Steve, he's going to repeat whatever you tell him so that he can hear. And then he's going to tell me what you say. Because most of the time we can't hear you and we can't see you. But I'm pretty sure.
Go in. Very clear. Go in.
Go in where?
He's in the hole.
Ooh.
Underneath it?
Underneath? Where, underneath where? Notice how I said underneath, not under. Ghost is not going to prank me into saying that.
3:30?
3:30? It's definitely not 3:30.
I'm here.
Do you want me to come over here? Yo, actually. So that's like motion, or that's proximity based. We were testing it before we started this, and Steve was standing right next to this pole right here, and it wasn't even setting it off. He had to step towards it, just beyond that pole. Do you want me to come back here? I thought you wanted to be left alone. I'm sorry.
Calm.
Oh, I don't know why you said it like that, bro. That scared me. I don't know if you saw the camera jump.
John.
Hi, John.
The shotgun?
I think there's a shotgun upstairs. I was looking in the cases upstairs. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's like a trench shotgun. I'm pretty sure there's a shotgun in one of those glass cases. John, are you one of the veterans that came through here? Yo. Okay. Thank you.
You go, and then I couldn't, it was a couple more words, but I couldn't make it out. Pictures.
Do you want me to take some pictures, John? I took a lot of them upstairs, but I can take some down here for you too, if you want me to. I don't know if you heard me talking about it upstairs, but I'm a sergeant in the Army right now. I'm in the Army Reserves. I'm not sure if the people that came through here, if they just weren't speaking to you how you wanted them to, or maybe they were disturbing you. Like I said, that's not our intention. We have a lot of respect for this location, for everybody who passed through here.
I'm that one.
That one. Who is that one? Ooh, it felt like someone just touched my shoulder, bro. That was so weird. I don't know how to describe that. Yo, I thought like I hit, because they have like little spiders, like plastic spiders dangling around here. I thought like one of the spiders was right behind me. That's why I just spun around really quick. There's not, like you can see, there's nothing behind me, dude. And then this goes off again. Oh, that was so weird. Oh my gosh, I have
family?
I still have full body chills. Ever since I felt that on, I've had full body chills. Felt like someone just went, ooh, that was so weird, dude. John, did you just touch me? It's okay if you did, you just kind of startled me. Oh my gosh, dude, that was so weird. No offense. It was cool. Okay, and now it's going off again. That's nuts.
That was a kid's voice. I couldn't make it out. It's 2 words.
He said, my family, and then 2 words he couldn't make out. So it's like we have John over here in the corner, who may be the grumpy old guy. He may be just like a veteran that was misunderstood, that hasn't found somebody that they wanted to really connect with yet. Then we also have, it seems like the little girl over here as well. I'm sorry that we only have one night to investigate here. I wish I could sit here and really get to know you both.
Nobody claim us. That was weird. It was like, nobody claim us. It was broken up.
I can understand if you're still upset about that. It's terrible. Shouldn't have happened to you. You do know that the Patriot Riders and the American Legion, all these different organizations came together, right?
It just got cold, like under my chin. If that, like right here, only right here. I could feel like a cold spot, literally.
You do know that the cremains were correctly honored, right? No way, the one next to the urn is going off. I actually wonder, is that one, like the...
Better run?
Better run, and now that one's going off. I mean, I'm not gonna run. Are you saying this?
That was another kid's voice. I couldn't make it out.
Is this one that wasn't claimed? Is that what you're saying? Is that why you're mad? Okay. John, is this your urn? Are you saying you're attached to this urn somehow? Can you sit off the clock tower again if that's the case?
Dad got me?
Dad got me. Okay, I'm glad that your family got you. Dude,
It's me?
It's me. This is so sad, dude. Like both the story of the little girl, like little girl's like trapped down here. She feels like she has to be down here for whatever reason. The veterans that were left behind here. I mean, the vibe that I'm getting right now is that this grumpy old man that hangs out in the basement back here, maybe he just...
Fifth one?
Fifth one. I don't know. Maybe he just wants to be left alone, but... And this is going off now. What if he is just like a veteran?
There's a lot of guy voices coming through. I can't make them out. There's a lot of guy voices coming through.
What if he's just like a veteran that's like super disgruntled and he's just never found somebody that he wants to like connect with? You know, everybody just focuses on the veteran stuff upstairs. Is that the case? Is your name John? Were you in the service? You're just grumpy, you want to be left alone. You had some bad experiences. I'm sorry if that's the case. I'm sorry that so many of you were left here. Like I said, you didn't deserve that. It's not something that should have happened to you. There's just so much going on down here, dude. Like, I mean, that's kind of what I had upstairs too. It was a little bit quieter upstairs, but it's still the same sort of story. There's so many different layers. It's kind of like an onion, you know? So many different layers to this place's history. With stuff from the orphanage upstairs, it seems like this is primarily the veterans down here. I'm excited to see what we get throughout the rest of the night. Pretty soon here, I'm gonna tap Steve out. We're gonna go upstairs. We're gonna explore the church area. We're gonna explore the train room and the Veterans Museum area. We would love for you to join us upstairs to continue this conversation if at all possible. I'm not sure if you're able to explore upstairs, dude, this guy's like, hell yeah, y'all are leaving? About time. John, if that's you in the corner, by all means, feel free. You shouldn't feel like you have to sit down in that corner. I understand that's probably like your safe area. That's where you like to hang out, but we would also love to hear your story if you're willing to talk to us. We're going to use these devices. We have some more devices we're going to bring out throughout the rest of the night. But we appreciate all the interactions you've given us already tonight. It's super interesting to us. We love the history of this location. We'd love to hear more about your stories, okay? Or if you're a little girl, feel free again to join us upstairs. A lot of these devices are very similar to toys, as I'm sure you've seen so far. But I'm gonna go tap Steve out. We're gonna head upstairs, okay?
Philip? It's Philip?
We'll have to check these names upstairs. Me when the alarm goes off in the morning. Here, I'm gonna try to see if I can turn off the light. Scare him.
Michael? Jeez. That was a good one.
Gotcha.
Oh, you hit me like back of my shoulder.
Turned off the light and everything.
Oh, neat.
Trying to be real secretive about it,
You
you
hit
know?
like the back of my shoulder. I was like, who's behind me in the dirt?
Well, because you got the back of me at freaking Laurel's.
Yes, there's a fake spider, I hope, right next to your head.
Yeah, I thought there was a fake spider out there too.
Is it fake?
That one's fake, yes. I thought there was a fake spider out there. It
Yeah.
felt like someone like tapped me on the shoulder. So I spun around. There's no fake spiders out there. So that was scary.
Maybe it was a real spider.
I thought, hopefully not. That's bad too. I thought at one point that you let out like a huge exhale. Like so I peeked in here and you didn't look like you were moving. So that was super scary. But it seemed like down here it was a lot of the veterans, which was super interesting. You talked about like being left behind, and I said, you know, I'm sorry that shouldn't have happened to you. You said the name John previously, so I'm like, John, were you one of the people that was left here? And then you said, Dad got me.
Dad got you.
So it was like, at least you got back to your family.
Yeah, I heard John, I heard Michael, and then Philip.
Philip right at the end, yeah.
But like, it was weird. The beginning was all female voices, just nonstop. Like female, 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 and then a couple little kids randomly sprinkled in, and then for the last however long, it was just guys' voices. That is it, just guys' voices.
Because it seemed like the little girl who hangs out in the little crawl space came in for a little bit, and I said, you know, you shouldn't hang out down here. Like, there's a ton of stuff upstairs you can play with, and it seemed like she went away after that.
Did any of the equipment go off or anything?
Yeah, a lot of it. The clock
really?
tower kept going off. The REM pod went off a couple times.
Did you show them how close you have to be to that? Because that's that was the first time we've used that.
I can go do that right now,
Because like
actually.
when we were setting it up, it went off while we were coming in here, and I was like, oh, maybe it was you panning your light, or maybe me walking by. So we went over and we checked, and you have to. He'll show you right now, but it's like you have to be. I think it's like 6 inches away from it, and we didn't know. It's the first time we've ever used it. So
So like, here's the pole, right? I'm in line with the pole right now. It's not going off. Like, that's how close you have to get to it, dude. Not even. Probably even closer. Yeah, dude, look at this. I want to back up. Watch. So yeah, like right around this area. So like maybe like a foot. You have to be super close to it though. So that's super cool that that was consistently going off. I really enjoy that quite a lot.
weird. Again, the voices changing was really weird from the female, little kids, and then straight just 100% male voices for the end of it. The names were coming really quick. The can't breathe or couldn't breathe, whatever he just hit his head. The can't breathe or couldn't breathe, whatever it was so crystal clear. Like, it was the loudest voice out of all of them. It was like everything stopped. It was really like, can't breathe.
Because at first I thought maybe it was the child who suffered from seizures.
Right.
But then I'm like, that could be literally anyone.
It sounded like an adult. This sounded like an adult voice. I don't know. Weird session though.
Yeah, that was pretty nuts.
Let's get upstairs. Let's bring out some equipment. Let's go into the room with like the church pews and all that kind of stuff. See what we can get in there. It's got the train room as well. Maybe we'll put something up into the attic space where that is, and we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, guys, so now we're up in the church area, and then also behind the pews over here is actually
Is that me?
I don't think
I thought you had to be really close to that.
Yeah, you do. Okay. Right behind there is the train room. So they have a ton of stuff from the Buffalo Central Terminal, and again, we have the devices that are modeled after the Central Terminal, and something new to the channel The dead bell.
Yes, we
Well-
have the dead bell it's our own dead bell now.
Yeah.
We used it at for our school. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, go check it out. Sam and Colby's Haunted School. We had an absolutely insane night there. It was posted about a month ago now, probably. Scroll back, check that one out. But we do have our own dead bell now. It's up on the front there. And again, Melmeter. And we actually have a REM pod on the very top of the ladder going up into the attic space, which is where like all the old exposed architecture is from the original building, and where this like shadow figure person is supposed to be. So we'll kind of see what we can get. We have DR60s if we want to use them, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Hello? My name is Steve. This is Dylan. We've been here once before. We're just here to talk to you, learn about your story, and learn about this building. It's got an incredible history. We know that there's somebody that likes to hang out up in the attic. If you can hear our voice, there's the device right by the opening to the attic. If you touch that, that scared me a
Whoa.
lot. Yeah, that's the bell. Okay, you can touch that one too. That works. Thank you. There's that one. There's one over here on the kneeler, and there's one on the ladder, and then there's one in the hallway. If you get near any of these, wave your hand in front of them, touch them. They all make some sort of noise, like the bell.
If you were talking to us downstairs, again, we'd love to continue the conversation up here. If this is somebody new, that's fine too. We'd still love to hear your story, learn more about your connection to this building if you have one.
Are you connected to maybe an item that's in the building? There's a lot of stuff here from different places.
Hold on, I don't know. That's the bell.
That's the bell, but I heard something like behind me,
Yeah,
like
like
down
the
the
hallway.
hallway that way towards the like the military room.
What if it was the dinosaur?
Oh, it could have been.
My entire solo did not go
It
off.
could have been. Because it did almost sound like I thought it was like a voice at first, but
Yeah.
like it could have been. What was that again? Okay. Just once.
Let's rewind if you want to see it again.
If that's you, can you touch the top of that device? It'll make a different noise. It'll light up multiple different colors. You can walk by the clock out here in the hallway. Is that a voice?
I didn't hear it. What'd you hear?
It sounded like a couple words. That didn't sound the same as the other one. That again, it came from that same direction, like down the hall that way. But that sounded more like two words instead of like the raspy whatever the other voice was that we heard.
Oh, no, I didn't hear it. Can you say something out loud for us? Because I heard like the sigh thing downstairs. too.
Right. Are you happy that they're preserving this building and that it's a museum now? It looks great. They're doing a lot of work here. They're sharing your story, keeping the history of the building alive in multiple other buildings, really. If you're up in the attic, can you come down onto the ladder there and touch that device? Or reach down if I see a hand?
Yeah, it'll be bad. No, I would leave.
Yeah.
Or if the bell is easier for you to use, feel free to hit that again. We've heard that you like to try to play the piano. That'd be really cool. Whatever you're capable of doing.
Can you see us right now?
Oh, dang.
That's a yes.
Okay. It's like maxing out.
That's Mel and temperature.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can you step back so it stops, just so we know it's you and you can hear our voice? As soon as you step back, we'll know. That's bizarre.
Yeah. Because it's only hitting like the first. Okay.
Okay.
It's only hitting like the first two.
Yeah.
I thought it was maxing out at first.
Thank you. So you can see us.
Do you like that we're here?
Just to confirm that you can, in fact, see us and hear our voice, can you set off the bell? Up on the front, you've done that a couple times now. Just get real close to it, and it should ding. We mean you no harm, no disrespect, you're not in trouble. You don't have to leave.
If you're not from this location, don't feel like we don't want to talk to you. We understand they think there's multiple portals here, so people just kind of stop through. We would still love to hear your story, try to communicate with you.
If you are in the hallway, can you walk by that green light? It'll light up the clock and play a little song. Something was above us.
Yeah, like walking?
Yeah, on the attic floor.
Yeah.
But there's not an attic floor.
No.
There's just like the beams, the cross beams.
Right.
That's what the attic looks
Yeah.
like. So there's like a little bit of planking right here, and then everything else is just these cross beams. They have a really cool dome up there too.
They do. And stained glass windows.
Are you up there? But that's what's weird too. It wouldn't be the attic for them. It was just the second story. Because it used to be all open. There's really cool architecture and stuff up there actually.
If you're up there, can you set off this device right there on the ladder? If you're able to see it?
Just got to grab the top of it. It's basically right in the opening to the attic itself.
We also have this device down here that was modeled off the light fixtures there.
Yeah, at the terminal. Yeah.
Mm.
It's weird that hit.
What just
that.
went off?
Oh, something else went off?
Yeah. I think it was a Mel. It was like really quick, just like burp. If you set that off, can you set it off for us again, please?
Sorry, we're asking you to do a lot. This is just the easiest way for us to communicate with you. We can't always see you and we can't always hear you. So these items that we have here just kind of help make it a little bit easier for us, okay? I'm sure you're used to them. A lot of people come in here to talk to you. Okay, that's the temp. The heat's off. There's no like airflow in here right now either, which is strange. Thank you.
Well, they were telling us too that a lot of the times the veterans area and the train room usually kind of picks up an activity, and then when they get tired, this is where everything picks up.
Right.
So if you're down there in either the train room or the veterans room, feel free to come join us down here for a little bit. We'll be heading your way in just a minute.
Like, awesome.
So you want us to walk down there and then follow you back down here.
Can't wait.
Awesome.
What if we just don't?
What if we just wait for you to come here?
What was that?
The knock?
The boom.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if it was in here.
No.
That was a weird noise. I don't even know how to like.
It sounded like something like hollow.
Yeah, I don't know what that would have been.
No.
Can you do that again? That was such a weird noise.
It was really weird.
Okay. Mel again. Do you want to communicate with us? A lot of this stuff could be residual too.
Yeah.
If it's attached to like the items here, it could just be residual energy.
People just like cycling through, going at the kneelers.
Yep. That sounds like footsteps. That sounds like footsteps. That sounds like footsteps.
Yeah.
Did you just hear that?
Yeah.
That was like boom, 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 boom. That sounded like it was on this carpet right here. It literally, yeah, no, it was 100%.
Yeah.
It was like boom, boom, boom. There was probably 3 or 4 of them. I was pointing directly at you. You were not moving. And I was leaning against this wall.
Right.
That was actually really weird.
Because I
Like
thought,
it didn't like register in my head at first.
Right. I was trying to see like if I shift my weight, if it makes a noise, but like
No. It was literally like boom.
it was like,
boom,
3 or 4
boom,
in a row.
boom.
Yeah.
It literally sounded like it was like right there.
Right. But again, that could be residual.
Yeah.
It's just somebody going to
Could
the
be walking by.
kneelers
They could have got off the kneeler and that's why the Mel went off.
Right.
And then walked away. Huh. That's bizarre.
And then the bell going off could be
People passing by doing anything.
Yeah.
Those were loud footsteps.
Yeah. So that's interesting though. So we got some really intelligent activity downstairs. And now we're getting residual
Seems
over
more
here.
residual in this room.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's let's see if it does it again. Could be somebody getting up or going over. Can he walk by again? Not that time. It's so weird. We could hear you walking around a minute ago. As long as it's not that guy. He doesn't have a head.
Here's his sword.
Sword. Check out my sword. You can come back over here. Here. You sit in that chair, I'll sit in this chair. We'll do one EVP.
Yes.
And we'll see. All right, we're gonna have a seat.
Ooh, these are mighty comfortable, I've noticed.
You sink down a wee bit in these.
Might as well just make sure I'm comfortable for this session here.
For this sermon. We got comfy chairs for it. All right, so we have these devices in our hand. I'm gonna put one on the ground in front of me. Dylan's probably gonna put one on the ground in front of him. We're gonna ask you a few questions, okay? So if you can come up to these little devices, they're gonna have a red light on the top. All you gotta do is speak into them as loudly and as clearly as you can. We should be able to hear your voice, okay? So I'm gonna put mine right here, throw it on the ground. And we're gonna go ahead and ask you some questions. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Did we just hear you walking around in this room a minute ago? One, two, three. Did you hear that voice? One, two, three. Did you hear that voice? One, two, three. Did you hear that voice?
It's like a female voice, yeah. Yeah. I thought it came from back there, though.
Yeah, 100% it came from in that room. It could have either been in that room or up from the attic area.
I wonder if it was the REM pod thing, though, because it does those like high-pitched, like doo-doo-doo-doo.
I don't know, though. That sounded like a voice. Here, let me go hit it.
Yeah.
And you see what it sounds like.
Compare.
Not the regular REM pod. He's talking about this thing. No way.
Oh, no, that's way different.
That's
yeah.
way too loud, too.
Way different.
That sounds like the game Simon. You probably don't know what that is because you're young, but
You just have to do what it does, yeah.
you just have to do it. You just have to do what it does.
Yeah, you complete the pattern.
That's their slogan. Simon, you just have to do what it does.
Well, I mean.
Oh, man. But no, that was 100% a voice.
Yeah, no, that's way
It was
different.
like, woo, 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 woo.
What was it?
Woo, 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 woo. Okay, well, let's see if they answered that one question we got. That was strange.
Did we just hear you walking around in this room a minute ago? 1, 2.
I'm going to play it again.
Did we just hear you walking around in this room a minute ago? 1, 2.
Can't make out what it says, like bump, bump, bump,
Yeah.
bump. We didn't pick up that voice, though.
No. That's weird.
You can hear me panic counting. 1, 2, 3.
What happened? All right, let's see what this one got.
Did we just hear you walking around in this room a minute ago?
Oh,
Yeah, play that. There's something right.
Did we just hear you walking around in this room a minute ago?
yo, that last part is very clear. It sounds like you did.
You did?
So it sounds like it says yes, you
Yeah,
did.
hear the yes.
Yeah.
Play it again.
You did is so clear.
Did we just hear you walking around in this room a minute ago?
You did.
Like the enunciation on did
Yeah.
is what really
Yeah.
gets me. Play it one more time.
Did we just hear you walking around in this room a minute ago?
You did. That's crazy. That's really weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did hear them. That was definitely a voice.
But that's intelligent though. If they acknowledge
Right.
that we heard them,
Right. So they can hear us, they just don't want to talk.
they just hate us. All right, cool.
Like, yeah, we're just not going to answer any more questions. All right, let's do a couple questions
Yeah.
quick because we got cut short, but
Right.
let's do a few. Thank
Rudely
you.
interrupted.
Yeah. Thank you. We can hear you. We're going to do the same thing. Okay, we're going to ask you a few more questions. If you can go up and answer them, then we're going to move down the hall a little bit. You're more than welcome to come with us that way too, okay? All right, ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Do you like when people come to talk to you, or would you rather be left alone?
Did we hear you talking from back by the train room or the attic?
Did you follow us from downstairs?
Can you say Iron Island? One, two, three. All right, well, let's see. Go ahead. See what we got here.
Do you like when people come to talk?
Right at the beginning?
Do you like when people come to talk to you? Or would you rather be left alone? Did we hear you talking from back by the train room or the attic?
That sounded like yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Did we hear you talking from back by the train room or the attic? Did you follow us from downstairs? Did you say Iron Island?
So yes, but the same thing. Did we hear your footsteps? Yes, you did. Did we hear you
Right.
talking about there? Yes.
That's weird. Also, guys, if you think you can make out any of the ones that we can't make out, drop a comment with what you think it says and a timestamp. Or if you hate DR60s, let us know. Still helps us out.
We think they're cool. I mean, are they hard to understand sometimes? Absolutely. Do we catch good stuff with them sometimes? Absolutely.
Right.
You know, it's one of those things that we're going to use. Sometimes we're not. It's just how it works.
Same with devices. Are they infallible? No.
Right.
But we've had some cool experiences with them that we think go beyond the scope of normality.
Right. Why haven't those gone off at all since we sat back down?
Right.
We stopped directing questions at them, they don't go off. It's weird. I don't know.
Curious.
Is it a ghost? I don't know. I didn't see somebody doing it.
Right.
But it's not normal.
100%.
Let's see.
Do you like when people come to talk to you? Or would you rather be left alone? Did we hear you
That was
Sounds
weird.
like it says get out. But there's something right at the beginning before you even ask a question.
Do you like when people
It's quiet.
Do you like when people come to talk to you? Or would you rather be left alone?
Sounds like get out.
Did we hear
Yeah.
you talking from back by the train room or the attic? Did you follow us from downstairs? Can you say Iron Island? One.
The last one. But get out.
Yeah.
So again, intelligent response.
Right.
That's the third one. With the footsteps, yes, you heard me. That voice was weird. That was a very weird voice. The equipment activity at the beginning was strange.
And the footsteps.
The footsteps were loud. That was really, really weird.
Because that begs the question, do they see it as a church still?
Right.
You know, are they coming up, did they see this as the old church where it was originally?
Where this was.
So they're going up to do their prayers, you know?
Weird. I don't know. Let's get down the hall. Let's go in the military room and the kids' room area. That's where we had some of the craziest activity last time we were here with the dinosaur toy. See if we can get that to go off again. We'll bring some of this stuff down there. Maybe do some EVPs, and then it'll be time for my soul.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. All right, so we moved down the hall a little bit. Now we're in the children's room and the military room over here. This is where we had a lot of really strange activity last time we were here with this specific little fella right here, this dinosaur.
The tiny diny.
The tiny IRL.
Yes.
If you wave your hand in front of his beady red eyes, it growls essentially. I'll show you how close you have to be.
Observe.
See, not here, not here, not here. You have to be there. Okay, so that scared us a lot last time because it went off randomly. So we will see if it does that again.
Then we brought the devices that we had in just the previous room. I'm going to see if they want to interact with those now as well. They also have some trigger objects over here. They have some cigarettes and they have a little shooter over here of some Jack Daniels. See if they want to interact with that at all.
And also, said John during the Estes, one of the gentlemen that was left here, that's remains were left here, was named John.
Right there.
Now, we're not saying that's who it is. There could be anybody in here that's attached to anything in this room.
Right.
The large photo down there with all the people from this area that were in the military, there was also 2 more Johns on there.
There's also a Philip as well.
Yeah, so it's very possible. It was just a strange coincidence that we noticed. So let's see if we can make contact.
Yeah, and we did put the bell over here just in case it is that John.
Right. Maybe it is John. Those Johns will be pissed if it's one of those.
Yeah, sorry, but
You can come over here and use the bell.
yeah. Oh.
That's actually kind of crazy.
Huh.
Is that this radio?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Philip Blattner, listening to the radio in 1946 with daughter Dorothy Blattner.
If it's not that radio, it's probably the same model. They're just like showing what it would look like. I mean, I would assume it's that radio.
Photo donated by Dorothy Blattner.
I would assume
bet
it's
you
that
that's
one.
this
Then.
one.
Yeah. Huh.
That's kind of crazy, actually.
All right.
That's actually super weird.
Yeah.
We didn't even see that because we came up before
Yeah.
we started filming to check those pictures to see if it was, and that's when we saw the John, and we looked at the big thing to see if there was a Michael and a Philip and all that. But we didn't come in this room because we were like, oh, it must be military. It must be something with them. Must be something with them. That's actually really weird.
Is this the Philip that was downstairs with us or trying to talk to us? We have some devices set up. All you have to do is get close to them. All they should do is light up and make some noise. They shouldn't hurt you, do anything like that. They just allow us to talk to you. If you were the Philip that was downstairs talking to us when we were in the basement, can you set off one of these devices we have set up?
We were here a little over a year ago, and somebody in this room kept using this dinosaur, this toy over here on the table. All you have to do is wave your hand in front of it, touch it, and it lets us know you're here and you can hear our voice. You know what I think's interesting too? Back then, when we were filming here, we filmed our entire videos in infrared, didn't we? I don't remember. I think we were in here, and I wonder if like, the light, you know what I mean? Like, does the light bother people?
Right.
But didn't we get it's bright last time when when I was taking pictures or something, it said it's bright on Spirit Talker or whatever it was. So it's like, maybe the light does bother them.
Right.
I don't know.
It's very possible.
Is that true? Do these lights bother you? Are they too bright for you? If you let us know, we can turn them off. We can film the lights off. All you gotta do is make a noise, touch one of these devices so that they light up and let us know that you can hear us. We can turn these lights off. Is Michael here? Philip? John? Oh my God, dude, that scares me every time. Okay, that's crazy.
Whoa, okay, yeah.
That was a good jump though, I got that on camera. Thank you.
The entire time I was up here with my solo, it did not go off at all.
Well, it's been in here since we got here.
Yeah.
So it's been 6 hours?
Yeah. Wow, that scared me.
That's
That
insane.
was really loud.
You jumped really bad. That
Yeah, I
was good.
did. Wow.
Thank you.
I thought it was the end. I thought somebody was gonna like attack me now, but
If that was you, can you do that again? I want okay, is it Mary? Are you the little girl from downstairs? It's okay if you are. You can use that toy. We brought it out here for you.
or if you're another one of the kids from the orphanage days, one of the kids who hangs out here, it's okay. Feel free to use that or any of the other devices we have set up. Wow. Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I hit the wall.
The door right there? Yeah. And it's like, well, that's it. Kids jumping out of the ceiling, I guess.
No.
That's what it sounded like.
That was crazy. I hit this little door.
Oh my
Very
gosh.
crunchy.
Yeah, I thought there was like gonna be someone dropping from the ceiling.
Please don't.
Yeah, I'd rather they didn't. Hence the violent reaction.
Can you touch that device again? The toy dinosaur on that table? I mean, you saw how close we had to get to it. It's literally been sitting there for over 6 hours.
Yeah.
Has not gone off.
See if I can run some ghost tube.
Yeah. Fire up some ghost tubes, see if that, we haven't used that at all tonight.
Yeah.
That was great, whoever did use the dinosaur. Again, just wave your hand in front of it, okay? Or you can go up and try to grab it off the table.
Curious.
Curious?
Curious. Why does it sound like that?
Are you curious about how that works? Again, all you have to do is step right in front of it or wave your hand in front of it, okay? That's so weird that it went off only once. Think about it.
We commanded.
Oh, we command it. We're not commanding you to. We're asking you if you want to. It's just a way for us to communicate and let us know that you can hear us. We're not sure if you're able to hear us all the time.
Close? Yeah, you have to get pretty close to it.
Run now.
That's what you said downstairs, too.
Close and run.
Absolutely not.
It's not easy.
All right, why are you going crazy? It's not easy. Very talkative.
Absolutely not.
Can you touch this? Absolutely not. That's good. No, we understand that it's not super easy for you to interact with these devices. Probably takes a lot of energy, so if you need to drain our cameras, our devices, whatever you need to do, feel free to.
But close and run now, too, though.
Like something is close, run now.
Right.
Because earlier when I was in here, I had Spirit Talker running and it said, she's here.
And well, didn't I downstairs, didn't I say he's coming or he's...
Something like
and
that.
then run?
Right. So I don't know if that's like referring to the orphanage days. I
Right.
don't know if something happened during
Maybe
that.
there was a head...
matron
whatever.
or something. Yeah.
It wasn't super friendly.
Right. That's what I was thinking. But
Or a bully. I mean, it could have been a kid. You know what I
Right.
mean? One of the older kids.
And my dad.
I got that in here earlier too.
On Spirit Talker?
Yeah.
That's interesting. 2 different devices.
Yeah. It was either on Spirit Talker or the Ovilus. I can't remember. But
We're not sure, honestly. We think so. We think, I mean, in our world, yes, we believe you've passed away. Turn it off.
turn what off?
Do you want us to turn our lights off? Do you hear that?
What'd you hear?
Footsteps? That was out in the hallway.
Other side.
Other side. Are you gonna? Well, they say this, but the 7-foot tall shadow figure walks up and down this hallway.
Right.
Be quiet. Visit me.
Visit me?
Did you hear that?
Sounded like it was on the back.
That was
wall.
right behind me.
Yeah. It's right behind me, isn't
Well,
it?
it sounded like something moved.
Now that I think about it, I think I turned.
Front of you.
I don't think I turned my light off for my solo.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. My fault.
I'm in front of you. Okay. Can you step behind me over here and touch this dinosaur toy? The little green toy on this table that has the red eyes? It's right here behind me.
Ungodly?
I see you.
You see? Hi.
Hi.
Maybe turn that off for a second so we can listen.
Yeah. I mean, ungodly, I guess that would kind of align with the whole church.
Yeah.
Do you not like that people come in here trying to explore the afterlife?
That only going off once is so bizarre.
Yeah.
Wait, move your camera again. Go back to how you just were. Saw a shadow.
You did last time, too.
I know, but I saw last time I saw it over here.
Yeah.
This time it was out there. Okay, so when you had your camera pointed at me, I don't know, I'm gonna see if I turn off my light if they'll be able to see. I can't really see it. There's a little bit of ambient light out there.
Right. From like the break room area?
Well, no, I don't even know what it's from. But it's on like the wall over there. You can see the white in between the windows.
Yeah.
It blocked out that 100%. It was like, it was here.
Was it like a figure or was it just?
It was just shadow movement.
Right.
But so all of these stained glass windows, guys, these are all boarded up from the outside to protect them, so there's no light coming in from them.
Right.
Then there's a door here closed, and then down there around the corner and through another set of doorways is the break room.
Oh, it's the freaking bell tower thing.
But these are boarded up from the outside. No lights coming in. It was this one and that one, just like this. It wasn't like a distinct shape. It didn't look like a head and shoulders. It was just, I saw them get blocked out, like shadow movement. But the last time I saw it was down there. It was on that corner. I was in the other room.
Oh, yeah, because they had like Halloween decorations set up and then
I thought it was a ghost.
Yeah.
Of like I thought it was the Halloween decoration.
Right.
It was a ghost.
Because you brushed into it.
Yeah.
I remember that now, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so that was weird. I never like when places have dolls in cages like this.
No.
Like that worries me a little bit. Maybe cowboy.
He's probably fine though.
Cow baby.
Cow.
Well, it's not a cowboy, it's a cow baby.
Cow baby. That's crazy.
Can you please touch this dinosaur toy if I just saw the shadow man that walks down that hallway? They say he walks down there and they think he checks on all the different rooms. If that's who I saw, whoever's in this room, can you touch this device here like you did earlier? That's so bizarre to me that only went off once.
Yeah.
I might do my solo up here
Yeah.
just to see.
Do you want Steve to come back up here alone? Would it be easier to talk to him that way? Now that you've had some more time to get used to us again?
Or should I go to the basement and talk to whoever's down there? That shadow was so weird. It didn't, again, it wasn't like Head and Shoulders or anything like that. And it wasn't typical of like the shadows that you see that go really, really fast. It literally just like moved.
Somebody just like walked by?
Yeah, just like moved down the hallway. That was really weird.
That's one thing that's so tough about investigating a location only one night.
Yeah.
It's like, if you want to do a solo up here and downstairs,
Right.
like you have to choose one,
Right.
you know? We only have one night, we only have so many hours
Right.
to be here.
That would actually be kind of interesting. We could do that.
What's
for
that?
a video. Let us know what you guys think. We'll go to a location for 2 nights in a row, but put it in one video. Night 1, night 2, all in one video. See if we get different stuff.
Right.
That could be kind of cool.
And we could do something like that. We're solo in the basement, solo
Right,
upstairs.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Let us know, guys. Did I see you walk down that hallway? Another thing, though, the bell hasn't gone off once.
But again, that like validates
That's
everything
what I
that we had in
mean.
the other room.
Yeah. Yeah, see, because you just turned your camera all the way through there and nothing remotely similar.
No?
No.
Yeah, because it lights up that entire
Yeah,
wall.
nothing remotely similar.
John, if you were the one downstairs talking to us, if that's your picture right in front of the bell, can you set that off for us, please?
What was that?
I don't know.
That sounded like a scream.
Yeah.
And it came from right over here. That was right here. That was
Yeah.
like a high-pitched, I don't know if it was a little girl.
right.
It's 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Is it Mary?
Can you come in the room and touch this toy on the table, this green dinosaur with the red eyes? You're allowed to play with it. We brought it up here for you. Or whoever's in here. That was a crazy noise.
That was loud, yeah.
We're gonna move here in a minute. I'm gonna have to come back in alone, okay? I don't know. I feel like I need to. I don't know. Do I go downstairs or do I come up here?
Right? Because it's like, that's what's so frustrating about going to spots for one night only. It's
Right.
like, we had crazy stuff in the basement, but what if you go to the basement and they all move up here?
Right. Because we're getting stuff up here right now.
Right. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's wrap this up. Let's go figure it out, and then I'll do my soul.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. I'm going back. We're going to stay on this floor just because of the activity that we're having. I'll probably do a little bit in each area, honestly. A little bit over here, a little bit over there. Unlike Dylan, I will turn my light off and go into IR. I also have the Ovulus. And then we left everything set up just how it was. So we'll see. Maybe we can get some of this equipment to go off a little bit more this time now that I'm alone. Got the bell set up there still, EMF there, the dinosaur, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to set the Ovulus up right over here. We have a speaker, so should be able to hear it. And then we'll get going. All right, here we go. Going to IR. Church. Church. Addition. Okay, so church and addition make a ton of sense because this was a church and they had to put additions on it and change things around. Empath is interesting too, though. That's interesting. Hello. It's me again. Steve's back by himself. Steve's back. Why am I talking like that? I'm back. My name is Steve. If you don't remember me, I was just here a little bit ago. I'm alone now. Are you able to come talk to me? Mary here? John? Philip? Michael? Thought I saw somebody walk down the hallway a little bit ago. If you're still out here, can you come into one of these rooms with me? that was a footstep directly behind me. That was directly behind me. That was pretty loud because like I could hear my foot creaking on this. That was like a thud right here, like that. Did you just step up behind me? It's okay if you did. Again, I'm just here to communicate. This is so weird. For those of you guys that have seen our first video from here, from like a year and a half ago, that was going off like crazy in here during my solo and during the regular investigation. It's gone off one time tonight, just one, randomly. It validates the last time we were here. That's so bizarre. Do you have a message for anybody? Oh my God, it scared me again. Okay. Right after I say that. Thank you. Dude, that makes my heart stop every time. Goodness gracious, I almost fell over. Thank you, that was great. Whew. Mary, is that you? Squat down in case it's a little girl. I don't want to be too scary. Are you playing with the dinosaur? You have to be so close to that to set it off. Are you able to do that again? All you have to do is wave your hand in front of it just like you did, okay? Or grab it, you can try to take it off the table. Probably my heart stop. That's a scary noise to hear in the dark, guys. This is what I see right now. Little red beady eyes glowing and the mouth going. That's weird. Okay. Now that I had a heart attack. Right after I say that's only gone off once. Mary, if that was you, or whoever that was, could you do that again? Could you go up and touch the nose of that dinosaur? Or just get really close to it, wave your hand in front of it? We also have devices set up throughout both of these other rooms here. There's some out in the hallway. There's one on the table here, one on the case over there. All of them work pretty much the same. You just got to get close to them. They're not going to hurt you. I'm not going to hurt you. Whatever device is easiest for you to use, feel free to use that one, okay? If it's the dinosaur, if it's the little word box over there on the table, if it's the bell. It feels weird in this room. This room feels like the energy just feels weird in this room. I don't know how to explain it. Like, not scary, but a little more on edge in this room versus anywhere else in the building tonight, which is strange because this is the children's room. This is where the kids are supposed to hang out. It just feels kind of off in here. There was just 3 taps. It was like dun, dun, dun. Can you make that noise again? He just did it again. It's literally tap. Can you tap 3 times? Whatever you're tapping on, can you do that again? That was weird. It does. It feels a little bit off in here. I don't know how to explain it. Again, not like scary, but like just uncomfortable. The vibes kind of feel off in here comparatively to everybody else, which is so weird because there's not really a door or anything dividing this. So like here feels weird. This room feels fine. Like nothing in here. Like it doesn't feel like anything is actually in this room right now. But over here, I don't know, it just feels bizarre. That's a strange sensation. That's a really, really strange sensation. Who's in here with me right now? On this side of the building. That hasn't said anything since I turned it on, and it said church, addition, and empath. Are you over here? This is where I saw the shadow last time, was by that wall right there. I almost want to sit here behind the dinosaur and see. All right, so I'm sitting right here behind it. I just had a seat. Do you want to come sit around this table with me? We can play a game. We can just talk. I'm gonna run ghost tube for a minute. See how that goes. See if we can get anything with that. I have a device out now. Should make it a little bit easier for you to communicate with me, okay? Should be able to speak through it. It's right here next to me on the arm of the chair. Seems like you might have a message you want to give somebody. What's your message? Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Something just moved. What? What actually was that? Hold on. I gotta turn on the light so I can see what it was. What the hell was that? Something moved. I don't know what that was. Was it like this? Oh my God, that's what it sounds like. That's exactly what it sounded like. It's a toy fire truck. It sounded like, it sounded like this moved a little bit. Oh, that's really weird. That's really weird. That just sounded like that toy fire truck moved a little bit. I don't think I like that a whole lot. No offense, it's a great toy. I'm sure it's fun. Like, was it? I don't. It was something with this. It was something with like the actual ladder part of it. That's what it sounded like. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like the ladder lifting up a little bit. Oh, that's really kind of cool, actually. Did you just play with this fire truck? Turn off my light again. Wow, that spooked me. That literally sounded like somebody moved the ladder on that fire truck. I don't know. This room feels weird. I'm a little bit uncomfortable, like a little bit freaked out in here. And I didn't expect it. I didn't feel it until like a little bit into this session. It feels really weird in here. I don't like it a lot. I mean, by like aesthetics.
Very much.
Very much. Yeah, I don't like it very much. You're right. It said very much. It does feel very much uncomfortable in here. Like aesthetically, a lot of the places we go are a lot scarier than this. Big prisons, hospitals, asylums, all that kind of stuff. This is a museum, but it feels really weird in here. But just in this one room. And then it sounded like somebody moved the ladder on that fire truck. I'm gonna sit back in this chair for a minute, okay? Are you playing with the fire truck over there? It's okay if you are. Surprised me a little bit. Like I have like some anxiety in this room. Like it really feels uncomfortable. Not as uncomfortable as Laurel's House of Horror last week. If you haven't seen that video yet, go back and watch it. It was a haunted house that was like a theatrical haunted house that was actually haunted. Scary. I don't like those. Great place. Scary though. I'm gonna be leaving here, okay? I thank you for talking to me and communicating me. I thank you for talking with me tonight and interacting with the equipment and the toys. showing a shadow down the hallway, hearing your voice, the footsteps. You've done really well. So thank you. What a last session. Weird, really, really weird stuff. I'm gonna go fill Dylan in and we'll wrap this up, but what a night at Iron Island.
All right, guys, with Steve's solo being over, that is a wrap on Iron Island Museum here in Buffalo.
What a strange night. It seems like sporadic activity, some intelligent, some residual, some little kids, some of the veterans. It was all over the place.
From the orphanage, like you said, it just went through the entire history, basically.
Yeah.
This place is super, super cool, guys. If you want to check this place out for yourself, we're gonna put the links down below in the description. Go check this place out for sure. And I don't know, I think we have to come back here at some point because there's so much left to uncover, and the history is just incredible.
Yeah, they actually said the next time we come back here, we should be able to access the attic and investigate up there, which will be really cool. We've never done that. Like I said, we're gonna plug all this stuff down below. Definitely come check this place out, do an investigation. It's one of the most affordable locations in the country to investigate, and it's worth it. It's active, the people are the nicest. It's a great spot, so definitely go check it out. I can't wait to come back here, but it's about that time. Let's get on the road and get to the next spot.
Getting kind of tired, excited to go to bed. Let's see what the road has in store for us.
Let's do it.